My name is Jovana Skoric. I come from Novi Sad, from University of Novi Sad. I am assistant professor on study program for social work. And today I will present my topic, human rights and school social work. As we know, school social work are integral part between school, home, and community in helping students to achieve their academic success. And school social worker works directly with school administrations as well as students and families, providing leadership and forming school discipline policies, also influencing social policies, mental health interventions, crisis management, and support services. As a part of an interdisciplinary team to help students needed, social work are also facilitate community involvement in the school while educating for student success. What are human rights? All of us know that fundamental rights that belong to every person by being a human being. And also the main principles are universality, equality, and non-discrimination. And what is important to say about human rights? All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights, and everyone is entitled to all the rights and freedoms set forth in Declaration without distinction on any kind, such as race, color, language, religion, pollution, or their opinion, national or social origin, or I don't know, for example, status or about old and different kind of other characteristics. And to explain what social work do in my country, I at the first want to elaborate about school social work generally. The school social work is specialized area of practice within the broad field of social work. Of course, it includes assessment, crisis intervention, home visits, conflict resolutions, individual and group counseling, consultations, program development, and coordination of school and community service. And what actually do school social workers? They provide help to students and families to overcome the social or behavioral or emotional or economic problems, and that can preventing learning and success in learning. And also social workers interview the students and families to assess the problems, and after that to help to solve these problems, and to work very closely with teachers and school administrators. And on this slide you can see on what way school social workers can help students, support parents, and also educators and administrators. To help students, they cope, they access the services, they can become more resilient, successful learners, and also gain a personal and social competences. And in the term of supporting parents, they participate in education, understand needs, access the resources, and also strengths parenting skills. When we're talking about assist educators, the school social workers work with parents, discover resource, community resources, participate in specialized education process, and understand families and cultures and minorities and other marginalized group. In the term of helping administrators, the school social work can implement prevention programs and also enhance, for example, some new rules, some new laws in special education laws, and also that in social policies. In the term of linking school and community, the school social worker coordinates the delivery of education and mental health services, as well as develop resources to adequately meet the needs of students and, of course, their families. On the next slide, you can see the picture. What is the responsibility of school psychologist and school social work, and also the school education counselor or school pedagogist. You can see in the center part of that image, you can see the responsibility all of these professionals. For example, responsibility for social, emotional, and education needs of children is the authentic function of school social work, as well for example, counselor, school pedagogist, and as well as the school psychological. In the opposite of that, school social worker often dealing with relations, family relations, and school community, local community, and that is some kind of link between the person, the pupils, and also the community. What is some kind of effects in school social work? At the first place, they improved outcomes for children by working with school to reduce barriers to learning, and also improvement in children or pupils' behavior. Children's safety or well-being is also part of effectiveness of school social work, and also children's ability to learn due to emotional or some kind of other barriers. And when we're talking about Republic of Serbia, Republic of Serbia didn't secure place of school social workers or social worker in school, and there are no legal or normative documents which define functional duties of school workers, school social workers, and activities related to social service in school are performed by other professionals as psychologicals and pedagogists. There is a lack actually of scientific research of benefits of school social work in territory of Serbia, and I will talk about some final consideration about school social work. I think that the school social work is very important and missing link between individuals and the community. And we can say that the family and school are center place for development children, and education has long served as a great levers of opportunity because it helps people to realize their potential and contribute to their communities and the world. And but also we can see that through the different kind of analysis of various documents and strategies, it's evident there are some kind of gap between needs and currently available school social work programs in school in Serbia, but as well as the Western Balkan countries. Despite some good practice and successful implementation of school social work in school, a large number of countries in the Western Balkan continue to struggle with the institutionalization of the same or of the school social work. And also we have to mention the increasing social problems as poverty, long-term unemployment, social segregation, political and social marginalization, consequences of transition, and that is just some of the challenges of the Western Balkan as well as Serbia, which greatly affect on the school achievement. Thank you for your attention.